I'm Michael Bain, and welcome to Triggered, coming to you this week from Dragon House Studios at the secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains, where apparently it is always winter. What we're going to talk about today is this gun. It is a very special Glock G45. You've seen it on our SHOT Show coverage and some other places. It's a GUNSITE Glock Service Pistol. And that is a Glock, a G45, that was designed in conjunction with the instructors at GUNSITE. This is the result. And the reason I really like this particular one is this one is mine. It carries a two-digit serial number. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But the basics are the G45, which is a G19 size slide on what amounts to a G17 size frame, is one of the most popular guns Glock has ever done. It followed the G19X. This is a G19X, which is a Glock 19 slide, again on a G17 frame. When this gun came out, you could not get one. They were just simply not available. I didn't get it at first. I said, wait a minute, why didn't you just have the longer slide and the shorter frame? And my friend Rich Grossi, who of course edits the Tactical Wire, former law enforcement, great guy, he goes, think about it, Michael, what is the most successful 1911? I said, Colt Commander. He goes, what's a Colt Commander? I said, short slide, long frame. He goes, voila. So, G19X, G45 came out. They began working with the instructors at GUNSITE, which represents the greatest knowledge base on shooting in the world. This particular pistol has a number of features that are really unique. Aside from, oh gosh, the GUNSITE logo and the Raven here, the bird and the word, because this is one of the limited edition ones from the GUNSITE, essentially pro shop. It has the retro GUNSITE Raven on it. It also carries a Holosun 509 red dot sight we're going to talk about in the next segment. Slightly enlarged FBI magazine release. It has the Glock minus connector. That is the first time Glock has done a custom trigger for a Glock. And it is excellent. When we come back, we're going to talk a little about this red dot sight and why Colonel Jeff Cooper would love it. This week's Triggered is brought to you by Taurus USA. Always ready, always bring it. Stoger, everyday tough. SDS Imports, Thesis. Thesis means quality. Hunter's HD Gold. They change so you don't have to. And MTM Case Guard, quality shooting sports accessories. Welcome back to Triggered, where we're talking about the GUNSITE Glock Service Pistol. Let's address something right up front. People are like, oh my God, can you imagine Jeff Cooper must be rolling over in his grave? I knew Jeff Cooper, and I can pretty much assure you he's not. Jeff Cooper recognized the Glock for what it was. A service pistol that was affordable. When we're all shooting, I don't know, $2,000 1911s, there has to be a place to buy a gun that works all the time. And there's none that have achieved the status of the Glock. So I can tell you this, that from my knowledge of Colonel Cooper, he would have said, this is a great service pistol. And when I was out at GUNSITE, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I noticed a lot of instructors were carrying these guns. One thing on them that is really unique that I really like, I think is really important, this is a Holosun 509. It's got a whole lot of numbers and things, but in short, it's a 509T because it's completely titanium chassis on it. And it offers you the dot, circle, or dot and a donut reticle. And the thing that I really like, two things actually. Number one, this is an enclosed reticle sight. What that means is it's inside, it's like a scope, nitrogen purged, it can rain on it, it can do all kinds of funsy things on it. And when I was at GUNSITE, it rained sideways. And anybody who had these guns in their holsters or were shooting on the line with them pretty much didn't pay any attention to it. The sight's protected from the weather. The second thing, and this is something that Glock has only done for law enforcement and some of those agencies in Washington, D.C., the slide is milled to take this sight. That means this isn't a Glock MOS. There are multiple optic system where you have a plate that you put on the sight on top of the plate. The slide is milled, and that is a stronger connection with less to break. It comes with Ameriglow suppressor sights on it. Pretty much everything you might need to run a gun. I just want to show you this very briefly. You can see the difference here in trigger our magazine release buttons. This is a normal, although extended, G34 mag button. This is the FBI, a little bit fatter button, a little bit easier to get to. I'm going more and more when I can to enclosed emitter sights. This, of course, is a Steiner closed emitter sight. There's also the Arco, which is Arco P2 from Aimpoint. Put your name on the list and sell your car. Other enclosed emitter sights, C&H Precision, I'm looking forward to getting that. Excellent one I see from Lucid Optics. I've handled the prototypes, we're very impressed with them. But this is a great gun. It's absolutely great gun. I'll tell you, it's not a cheap gun either, at all. It is in fact around $1,200, $1,245, something like that. I paid MSRP, and I believe that's what popped up on my credit card. But this is a great gun. Oh, it comes with 3 magazines unless you live in a slave state like Colorado, in which case it comes with no magazines. But one thing I have a lot of, and I've had for decades, are Glock magazines. So when we come back, we're going to a debutante's coming out party. Welcome back to Triggered, and here's a gun you've seen as we put this thing together. It is a .458 SOCOM pistol, and if you recall a couple of years back, or this upper was on a pistol, I worked with Tony Rumor, who is one of the creators of the .458 SOCOM, along with Marty Terweem. And I asked Tony, I said, since you created the cartridge, I want you to specify what parts I get because you know how this works. So basically, we put this upper together. I think it's like a 12-inch barrel. This is a linear compensator, so it blows a lot of the noise and the blast forward instead of out to the side. When we created this gun and put it on a pistol lower, a legal pistol lower, it shot great. It's one of those guns that I never had any problem with. A project where it came out exactly like I wanted. Well, given all the controversy around pistol braces, and given the fact that I thought, wow, this could make a great little hunting rifle because it's short, and maybe if a way to take it down, this would be an ideal small but very powerful .458 SOCOM. Billy Wilson has used it to take pretty much every animal in Africa. It's been used extensively. So I decided I wanted a short barrel rifle. You know how that song goes. You give $200 to the government, they sit around for a while, and then eventually they send you a stamp and a big thing that says approved. Well, my stamp and approved came today. So you're about to see a coming out party of the new short barrel rifle hunting gun. The lower itself, this lower is from JP Rifles, easily makers of some of the best lowers on earth. Put this guy together here, set it in the stand here, and there you have it. It is a short barrel rifle, 12-inch barrel, .458 SOCOM. Right now, this linear compensator blowing it forward. My long-term aim is about this much of a suppressor on it, so it'll be quiet. The system also comes, which we showed you this a couple of weeks ago. You can pop off the buffer tube like that, and that's how you can pack it up and take it. And that way you don't have to open the top and expose the trigger to a lot of miscellaneous junk there. and then it just pops right back on. Yes, I have some torquing to do, but we'll do that when we finish up. It took, by the way, about 29 days for my electronic. I filed electronically for a Form 1 to be able to build a short barrel rifle. It took 29 days for it to clear. And now we're good to go here. We're going to have to pick up some sights. I might just for fun use an old Leupold Hogplex, essentially like a 1.5 to 4 scope, which is probably perfect for this rifle. Okay, that's what we have for this week. I'm Michael Bain. This is Triggered. I think we're in our 4th year. God, I've been doing this a long time. And you can find us at michaelbain.tv, where we and all our back episodes of Triggered are always free. You can find us still on YouTube, but one never knows, does one? As well as Rumble. So there's videos out there. You can always find them. We will have links on everything that we've done. And until next week, when I think we may cowboy a little more, you guys stay safe out there.